Hey guys, and well, this is something you have probably never seen before. So right now we have the power. This is the apartment in Kiev. The old, very old built one, the Soviet era one, late 80s, I think, 1980s. And I mean, this is how the input looks like. You probably have never seen these before. So yeah, take a look. And this is for this is a circuit breaker for the stove, the electric stove. And everything else is for the apartment. So I think I will actually use, but the good thing is they have the relay, the voltage protection relay under over voltage. And I mean, the thing is that everything gets into here, and then from here it goes to here. I mean, the phase 0, I will figure out it's somewhere in this place. But what do I see? I mean, I will be able to put on the power bank everything except the stove, the electric stove. And if I would have had like day 6 kilowatt, I mean, I would have added the stove as well. But this is probably the improvement for future, because now for this one, I don't believe it doesn't have so much bypass current, so it cannot hold it very well, and it doesn't really good as good as they on the overpower protection, on surge protection. So, I mean, there is a difference, of course, but right now the prices for days are ridiculous here, because we have blackouts. Like the power will go off in about an hour for 4 hours. So right now I have to do a little bit of drilling, because the cable should go over this place, and we have the cable channel somewhere here. And I mean, this is the permanent place of the battery bank, and the inverter will be sitting over here. And here there will be a kind of a distribution box that will like switch everything in between. So the inverter can be put in bypass, even maybe in automatic mode. I will see how it works. We will check it all. But yeah, I mean, this is what you cope with, this is what you have lived with, and there is nothing you can do about it. So you have what you have, and that's it. So the inverter is already in place, not connected, of course, yet. Let me show you quickly how the assembly will be looking like on in this kind of transfer box. So first of all, the power, the main power, will get into from this way. Then it will go in parallel to this surge protection, then to the circuit breaker, which will be the grid input of the inverter. Then it goes to the inverter, then back from the inverter to this one, to this circuit breaker, and to the Wi-Fi relay. We will check. I'm curious to see what kind of functionalities does it have, because I've seen from the instructions that it has quite a lot, and I like how it looks like. I mean, I definitely like this kind of protection things. Hold on a second. Let me try to. Oh no, it's not that easy. Probably I need a screwdriver to put it up. Maybe. Oh no, I managed it. Yeah. So I mean, it has a protection. This is definitely a cool thing. So I mean, they have thought of these tiny things, and they have a lot of stuff in the settings that can be set. So yeah, I mean, this must be cool. And then from here it will go into the generator, so the secondary input. And well, why I'm using the Gen version of it, because I need the instant transfer switch. I need the instant. I probably will use it as a like going through the inverter always, but maybe at some point it will have to go directly through the line. So this will allow to just like bypass the whole inverter. This will still keep working because this will be in parallel. But I mean, with this off in the inverter, and everything is off, like absolutely, and you can do anything. You can change the inverter. You can do whatever maintenance you need, anything. And well, the main power line will go back from here and back to that place where these things lead to the main distribution box, which is located outside of the apartment. Well, that's how it is. I will give you all the links, but in my case, I'm using this one because I had it, and I wasn't necessary to buy. But if you have the single phase installation, of course, you don't need these extra two. Absolutely not. You don't have to use, but I mean, I'm using this one because, well, it will just work just fine, and I haven't paid any additional money for the new one. Just maybe like $1 or $2 extra for the longer box, whatever. That's it. Let me continue. The hardest part is done. Drilling and the concrete walls. I mean, they are not the easiest to drill, and well, obviously, I marked the cables for myself not to mess them. And well, I figure I also use I had to do this because I mean my drill is not thick enough, so the cable with the isolation couldn't get through. But I mean I don't care because it's all isolated, kind of insulated inside, so it will be all covered. And of course I marked it with the tape, so I know which one goes where, which one is in, which one is out. So overall it looks like this, and there is still enough place to put the DS6. Enough in width, enough in height, and well, also enough in this kind of thickness, because well, I mean it will not take too much space additionally once it's there. So it all moves on. I just have to finish it all. Okay guys, and you can clearly see that there is no power. I mean the meters are off, nothing is going on, and well, relay is off, the power is off obviously. It will be back in about maybe an hour, but here everything works. All the lights are on and everything works because, well, this guy is taking some power from the battery. It was charged to 100%. I did it like in the previous video. And at this time it just takes like some 7 amps, which is about 290 watts for house consumption, apartment consumption obviously, and some 50-60 watts for self-consumption of this inverter. And I mean, I'm curious to see how this really works. I cannot do the settings right now because obviously the internet is down. I believe we will have to change the provider to the fiber optics here. But in any case, so far it works fine, and we will just see later on how the charging happens, because I'm eager to see how does that work. And well, I will have to cover it and finish the covering, and that will be it. Yeah, Wi-Fi. I will set up also the Wi-Fi because here the password is different. I mean, I have to do the monitoring to be able to like change the settings if and whenever I will need to via remote, because I'm not going to be here all the time, of course. And well, thanks to these guys, because well, without them there wouldn't have been this kind of video, and this kind of battery wouldn't have been assembled, and this power, this apartment wouldn't have been powered. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, subscribe if you haven't still, and wait for more. Okay guys, and well, it all turned on. We have the grid back, and I mean it works now. I mean the battery is charged obviously to 100%. It went to the protection, I believe, or no alarm. Yeah, no alarm, but it's just like charged to 100% and it sits quiet. And anyways, here everything works through the inverter using these kind of, I'm not sure if I'll be able to focus this to you, using this AC bypass mode and some kind of 290 watts. This one shows as 290. 281, 298, but this one like maybe a little bit watts more, less, not crazy. But I mean, it all just works absolutely fine. And the only thing I have to explain is this is a very old house, and it doesn't have any proper grounding. So the grounding here means, I mean, there on that input box, the grounding is exactly the same as neutral. So, well, once the grid went back, this relay was obviously showing a huge leakage. That's true, and it was not allowing the system to start through itself, so I just had to get into the relay and just like to turn this protection off. I mean, I know that this is something that normally should be on, specifically for the wet areas, but I mean, this is not the topic of this video. At least everything works as it was working until this day before, because, well, I mean, leakages, they were present. I cannot do anything about this here. For that, I will have to, like, obviously apply probably the changes into that distribution box. But, I mean, that one is damn old, almost as old as I am. And well, that's it. Anyways, this thing works, so once you are facing the power outages, now you know what to do. You can assemble the battery on your own like I did in the previous video, and you can put any inverter, even the cheapest one, to make it work and to live with power. Moreover, I already am thinking of how to save money on this, because I mean this apartment has got a two-way tariff, and in night there is half the price. So probably I will just move this relay differently on the input to be able to charge the battery overnight and then to use from the battery during the day. But for this I need to like gather some stats, at least for a month, to understand what kind of powers do we have normally. and this one will allow me, because it's connected to Wi-Fi, and I will have all the information in there. In my phone now, so I'll be able to like evolve the system further for like saving the electricity, because I mean obviously no panels here. Who knows, maybe I will add some balcony panels, smaller ones, I don't know, maybe flexible ones, not sure yet, but for now it's just like a power bank. That's it, that's a power bank, nothing more. Anyways, thanks for watching, and hope everything will be okay, and see you later.